e-government implementation barrier in Afghanistan, e-Tazkera service barrier in Kunar province. First, I would like to introduce e-government service. E-government service have become a vital part of the implementation of electronic government. Government electronic services are important instrument for successful interaction between the government authorities, individual organizations, and others in every country. To implement these services, it is necessary to know possible barrier and obstacle factors which can influence the implementation process. E-Tazkera service barrier in Kunar province. The purpose of this study is to solve the e-Tazkera service barrier in the Kunar province of Afghanistan in context and explore important e-Tazkera service. Today, one of the application of e-governance in Afghanistan is the online e-Tazkera service department, which was launched of this service by the e-Tazkera department, initiated by the Ministry of Interior Affairs of the Afghanistan government. Based on the development and design of progress of the e-governance system and its growth in Afghanistan, this research summarized the past literature relevant to this subject using the accumulated knowledge, a theoretical framework used to investigate the online service quality and the effects of factors on it. So the research is done on e-Tazkera department of Kunar province, Afghanistan, and the responsive is the citizen, local government, employee, and local government expert. The Afghanistan's government Ministry of Interior Affairs and especially the Kunar province e-Tazkera department of Afghanistan is responsible for developing e-Tazkera service for our people. So particularly my research is on the e-Tazkera department. E-government in developing country. Developing country can overcome the barrier with the help of new and innovative technology as the situation stands today. Developed countries play a major part in promoting technology adoption in developing country. E-government function. E-government is like a wave and keeps rising in the public sector across the world. Many governments have started using communication technology, especially internet or web-based network, to offer better service among government bodies, citizen, business, employee. Citizen access to government information. Giving access to view government information is the common digital government initiative. This type of initiative refers to the alliance system, for instance, portal website based on customer point of view. Facilitating general compliance. The digital government also represent electronic access to service that facilitate compliance with the set of rule or regulation. Procurement including bidding, purchasing, and payment. The private sectors can get the benefits through electronic commerce application. As a procurement application allow government agency to take this chance. Electronic transaction fulfill the need of the government to government and another private partner. Government to government information and service integration. Electronic information sharing and integration require integration service delivery program across government agency and between different level of government. Citizen participation. Citizen can participate in the decision-making process through online discussion, forum, and e-voting. This serves the community at large. Many governments are taking it into the consideration. E-government effectiveness. E-government has different effects on different services, such as implementing e-government in Afghanistan will affect and delivering in administrative service. Moreover, e-government offer the opportunity for more effective, integrated, and coordinated operation and process between the government and the nation citizen. By the applying e-government in business process management, it will help you to maximize efficiency, reduce waste, increase transparency, and simplify operation through effective use of technology. Afghanistan e-government. Afghanistan e-governance or electronic governance is a new fangled conception in Afghanistan. Essentially, it is ongoing with the establishment of a new administration in 2000, funded by the straight involvement of the global public. Global public. With this, the government has taken the initiatives to improve the efficiency and increase the capacity in delivering quality service to the people by the use of information and communication technology. Afghanistan e-government is focusing to transform the delivery of service and operation to fulfill the citizen expectation by using information technology system. Afghanistan government made major progress in the telecommunication sector. Telecommunication is one of the contributing sector in Afghanistan. It became significantly growing popular since 2003. According to ATRA 2020, a functional telecommunication network was created virtually from zero, and it is currently hold over 90% of the population. It is among five organizations that provide telecom service to the state, which consists of Afghan Telecom, Roshan, WCC, MTN, and Etisalat. The number of telecom company has increased in 22.4 million SIM cards have been used. The major obstacle for the Afghan government is struggling with unawareness and electronic literacy among the citizens. Financial aid is also one of the major obstacle of every project in a developing country. Moreover, a government in Afghanistan has been proposed, in which is composed of five components involved, which is strategic direction and action line, strategic principle, strategic implementation mechanism, and e-government vision. Similarly, projects like Tazkera and Asan Khidmat are also initiated to support the e-government. For this research, for this research theoretical framework is, and this research for proper theoretical basis, they study, identify, and adopted the design reality gap model. It is theoretical framework to assess and investigate the factors and challenges pertinent to e-government implementation in Afghanistan. This model was introduced by Richard Hicks, and it has proven to be effective tools in analyzing organizational change and the risk associated with it. It has also been used in evaluating gaps in e-government projects in developing countries. In this research, the model will be a useful guide to structure and analyze the data, and to discuss the possible gap between the e-government project design and the reality on the ground. Therefore, the gap between the e-government design and the reality will be diagnosed based on 7 dimensions: information technology, process, objective and value, staffing and scale, management system and structure, and other resource, for instance, time and money. This framework also we can call ITPMOS, ITPOSMO. Challenges and barrier of e-government implementation framework. The 9 key of challenges and opportunity that will facing the implementation of e-government service at Kunar Province Tazkera Department. First one, the technical issue. Integration legacy system. It may be necessary to merge all computer system into a new internet-based platform. This change might be time-consuming and expensive, and it will need technical knowledge. The second one, changing technology and maintenance. You will need to stay on top of current technological development and update your website with the most up-to-date program and feature, all while keeping the content fresh. Service delivery issue. Managing financial Financial transactions are a particularly touchy issue. Many consumers are hesitant to give their credit card information over the internet. You must earn your customer confidence, which can only be done by maintaining proper government transaction security. Second one, delivering an integrated service. The governor, the governor of New York State has pushed for service integration between department and between state agency and municipal governments. Efforts to consolidate government service across the country have also been made. Individual state agency and municipal government, on the other hand, are accustomed to having complete control over their business and may need to be purchased of the benefits of service integration. Creating culture context. Adoption of contemporary technology, measuring citizen certification, and the transaction, the culture. Budgeting. Another issue is budgeting. E-government project is a mega project. Mega project budgeting should be taken into account. Each stage of the project need the money. Each program the government intend to work need the money. Provide all source for purpose of the project need the money. At the same time, it is no secret that the deficit budget and the developing country and the content and the extent of the financially suffering of these countries. The availability of a financial resource has a direct impact on a leadership commitment. Developing a nation must choose project carefully in order to optimize their investment of time and resource. Law and legislation. Lawmakers must adapt their law to recognize electronic paper and transaction. They must take a proactive measure to ensure the policies facilitate rather than prevent e-government. There is rapid progress in terms of the development of system in application, while we find a lack of legislation in law that support the electronic system. The digital culture. Under the digital culture, we are listed 11 issues: digital debate, lack of awareness, lack of usability, lack of incentive program, lack of trust, lack of security, lack of privacy, lack of safety, lack of confidentiality, availability, and the last one, ICT literacy. Managerial issue. E-government project, workforce and resistance of changes, lack of transparency, turnover of workforce, lack of international management and technical ability, collaboration and coordination. IT infrastructure. A robust IT infrastructure is essential for the successful implementation of e-government initiative, and this is one of the most significant issue in the developing nation, where people lack access to the internet power or computers. In the public sector, technology is seen as a key barrier to e-government implementation. The most significant barrier to e-government establishment was a lack of internet access among some part of the population. Indeed, this lack of access prohibits vulnerable or low-income residents from taking use of service designed particularly from them. Education in computer education. First one is the hardware infrastructure. This is a big issue in the education system. There is not a proper hardware in the education sector. Second, language proficiency. Native language content language has a big impact on how people use the internet. Since the internet is dominated by English language content, English speaking countries have a strategic advantage in popularization of the internet use. On the other hand, non-English speaking countries face enormous difficulty in tapping into the potential of the internet as an information source. Third one, computer education challenges in Afghanistan. The fourth one, ICT-based professional development. There are some significant challenges like lack of tangible incentive mechanism for the teacher of developing ICT-based professional for teacher. It's also play an important role for getting an effective, efficient ICT training to diagnose teachers. Lastly, conclusion. To achieve successful implementation of e-government in developing countries such as Afghanistan, it should be taken into account some important issues like technical issue, service delivery issue, creating a culture context, budgeting, laws and legislation, digital culture, managerial issue and infrastructure and education and computer education. There are great similarity between the developing countries. There are similarity of challenges in opportunity, weakness and strength, and of course the similarity of suffering. Our framework presented in this study very useful, and they will contribute in providing assistance to all who wish to initiate the application of e-government in developing nation. The framework discuss in detail each point in as they says knowledge of other problem, half of the solution. The study had a diagnosis of the situation in developing nation and food and the fear and flaws of defect. So we hope that that this study will help a lot of those who wish to applicable the e-government project. Through viewing this framework, the vision must be clear for e-government team, and they can be able to develop necessary program and also able to solve all the problem mentioned. Is a reason this framework will help the Kunar province Tazkera department to deliver good service to the people, and they will satisfied from the Tazkera department service. Thank you for watching.